guys, what's up? I'm gonna show you guys like how I made this beat. I'm gonna go through the whole beat with you. The beat's not complete yet, so I'm gonna just make you hear what I have so far, and I'm gonna explain it to you. All right? Verse now. Alright, so that's part of the verse and the chorus, of course. Alright, so I'm going to take you guys through the chorus. Alright, first things first, we'll start off with the initial melody that I came up with. Alright, the preset that I'm using here is Massive, or Nexus, sorry. Just a plain saw. It's, as soon as you open up Nexus, there's a patch called saw in it, and that's what I used. The keys that I used, I'll take these out for you, the top and the bottom. These are the two that I came up with. See, alright. Take these away, and here's what it sounds like on its own. You guys can see the keys here. It's A, E, F, back to A. Very simple. Alright, then what I did was I just kind of kept it. I went up one, I think it's one octave, I went up one octave, then it sounded like that. So I found that it wasn't giving me exactly what I wanted in terms of my sound, so I went and copied it down 2 more octaves below. I skipped one A chord or whatever, A note. I skipped it, then I went down, and it gave me this sound. And yeah, it's got a lot more bass in it, so that's good. It's good for the sound that I wanted. Then I went and copied the same chord progression, and I pasted it here at the bottom, and I inserted a choir, digi-choir from Nexus as well. This is Nexus 2, and I put it on left and right ears, and I lowered the volume a little bit, so it kind of gave it a stereo feel and surrounds you a bit. So you can hear it's got a lot of quite a rich feel to it. This is my bass line. I'll go through that last. Next, I came up with a little bit of an arpeggiation. I used a bell underplucked. It's bell strings, and this is what it sounds like. It starts at F, goes F, E, C, then C again, up to D, and then it starts again. Then it goes F, E, down to C, then it goes F, E, down to C, and then the whole thing starts again. So it's F, E, C, C, D, F, E, C, F, E, C, and then the whole thing starts again. This is what it sounds like with the lead and choir. Alright, and here we're going to go for my, well, not my main lead, but another lead, like a backing lead. just to give it a bit more ambience. This is a lead from Massive, and it's a dirty lead called Banshee. I got it from a pack somewhere, an expansion pack. There's a whole lot of packs for Massive out there, patches actually, so look out for those. This one starts at A. Now you'll notice my choir also starts at A, so it's good to keep some of your instruments in the same key, to start in the same key. So it goes A, F, E, F, E, then A, C, A, C, D, F, E. So it's A, F, E, F, E, A, C, D, F, E. I'll solo it for you guys quick. So this is what it sounds like. Nice and high. I've got it quite high up. It's not just in the bottom A, but it's quite high up. You'll hear. Yeah. So this is what they all sound like together, and this is my bass line. Sorry, let me go through that before we move on to anything else. And with this bass line, I'm using a boss sub. This comes from Massive as well. You can just find this comes straight with Massive. You can just find this on the sub bass, and it's boss sub. What I usually do, well, because if you don't have a MIDI keyboard like this, if you don't have one of these, then as you can see that red button on the furthest left, that helps you move it up and down in terms of key and in terms of the octave. So instead of moving it up and down on here, you can move it up and down there. So when I actually play it, that's what it sounds like. But if I had to play it just in its normal key, that's what it sounds like. So I moved it down an octave. What I usually do, as I said, is I usually go here and I click on C6. Just right click and we'll highlight it in orange under C6, and then it sounds like this. Just move it up as opposed to. So that's what it usually sounds like, but that's what it does sound like. Alright. That's my bass line. I'm gonna play everything now, all the sounds. We'll go through the kicks and all the drums now. Alright, that's the melody, all the sounds. Alright, now I'm going to switch all this off, and I'm going to go through my my drums with you. Okay, here we have the kicks. I'm going to put the claps out and the snares. This is what my kicks sound like. Alright, so what I've done is I've got started off my kick here. Good tip, I'm using 140 tempo obviously. A good tip is you see these white spaces here, or these silver ones. Put all your claps basically on every second one. So there's my second one, skip, second one, skip, second one, oh skip, sorry, second one, and the last one, right? Then they'll sound pretty good. Then what I did was I switched up the groove a little bit. So I've got it coming in here. I'll just solo it, put my claps only. One, then obviously it hits again with a snare. And this is another snare from the Lex Luger pack. That's what it sounds like on its own. Then I've got it going here, my clap comes here. Then I've got another snare by Lex coming in here. You hear what it sound like now. Alright, and at the end I've got another snare hitting here, 2 snares hitting here in the middle, in the gap, following on top of the kick. Sounds like this. So it hits there, and then obviously it hits there again, and then it goes back to its normal place, and then I've got 3 at the end, 2 there, 1 there, and 1 following on the end. Right, these I'm going to go through my kicks now by themselves. Got 1 there, it's just by itself, a little bit of a break, 2 hitting, 1 hitting again, and another one hitting there in between those 2 claps, and that snare and the clap, and then that 1 clap. Comes again, and then it loops. It starts the same loop, but it's a bit faster now. They hit again there. Alright, then what I like to do is I like to switch up the sound of my kicks. You'll hear over here. Alright, what I do here is I've put in a kick here, and then I've put in my my kick here, and then there's a space of 2, which is kind of odd, but it's got a bit of a groove to it. That gives you that little bit of an extra groove, right? I've got my crashes. The normal trap crash going on there. Alright. Nothing too difficult. They're basically following the claps. Alright, my hi-hats I haven't done anything with it yet, but I just filled in 2 steps, fill each 2 steps, right clicked, and they sound like that. Right, then I've got chants going here. Alright, I'll play these 2. These are high chants. Just a hip hop vocal from a hip hop vocal pack that I have. Here it is. And it's that one. Alright, I'll show you guys what I've done to it. Got a 3rd one going here. What I've done is I've put it on left and right ears, so that it surrounds you, so that it doesn't sound like this. Sorry, let me switch that one off. Alright, now left and right it. Comes out a lot better, it comes out a lot cleaner. Then I've just got 1, for the chorus, I've just got 1, a deep one here, going on your right ear, just to add a little bit more feel to it. Got a bit of a more stereo feel to it. I'll show you guys after this what I've done with everything. Right, so that's all that. Now we're going to start off with the kicks. On my kicks I have, in my mixer I have 2 plugins going, and they're both from Plug and Mix. This one is Loud Bass. It's just a natural boost. It's just a preset that comes with it. Bam, natural boost. That's for my kicks. And also Plug and Mix Retro Equalizer. I would have gone for the kick preset, but I went for the high tom because it made my kick sound a lot better than the kick preset would have. Okay, next to my claps, I've got a analoger, clap pattern in my analoger. This is what it sounds like without it. Alright, oh sorry. Alright, that's just with the clap fattener. And this is a retro equalizer, and I've got it on bass 1 just to add more depth to my claps. That's what it sounds like. That boosted. And that's both of them together, right? Next, onto my snares. I've got them following the same, my one snare is following my kick, Alright, and other snare, I've got it on, got it on hi-hat bright, but I shouldn't have it on hi-hat bright. Should actually have my hi-hats on that. But anyway, it still sounds good like that, right? I've got it on hi-hat bright. They actually should be following each other like this. Sorry. So my clap and my two snares have all got the same preset. My hi-hats I've just got on another retro equalizer, and I've set it to the preset that comes with the plugin, and it's hi-hat bright. My chants, I've got it on plugin mix as well. Preset for his lead vocal, so it sounds a lot cleaner. That's what it sounds like without it. That's what it sounds like without it. It's pretty soft, pretty wishy-washy, right? So this is what it sounds like with the plugin mix, the lead vocal. It's a lot cleaner. Then just to shift the pitch down a bit, which I have done already. I've got the pitch down here, right in the bottom here, there, and I've got a Avox mutator from Antares, and I've just shifted the pitch down to 2. I've stretched the throat length quite a bit. I've got it on plus 1.24, and I've also stretched the width quite a bit as well. I've made it quite wide, and that's at 1.22. Obviously you can play it by ear. This is what it sounds like with it. Alright, so it's nice and deep, and I've got that going on the right ear. For my other 2 chants, the higher ones, I've just set it back to its normal pitch. It's a little bit higher on the top there, just a bit, and I've got a lead vocal going on it. So quite bright, nice and bright. What it sounds like without it. Can you hear the difference? Alright, and that's about it for the chorus. For the verse, what I've done is just switched up the flow of the drums. Got the same sound going. I've only got a lead here, my main lead. Alright, and I've got my crashes, my chants and my claps going, and of course my hi-hats. What I've done here with my hi-hats, that's why I like to use 140 tempo. A lot of guys use 70, but on FL Studio it's basically the same thing. If you use 70, it's just a little bit more of a pain to arpeggiate hats and to get a groove going, and yeah, on 140 it's a lot easier to work with, so I just use 140. Alright, so these are my hats. Got a little bit of a groove going here. I've just filled in each 2 steps, then I've put another 2 on top of those, then I've put another 3 there. I've got 3 there, then they just flow straight out through here, where the kicks tend to do this. See, I don't have any claps going there, so I just kept the hat standard. Then at the end, I've switched the hats, so the hats go up. It's just kind of a random progression. I just did it by ear. The hats go up, and then they come all the way back down, and they go real low at the bottom there. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Right. Next is my drums and my claps. This is actually the second part of the verse, or breakdown in the verse, where you know, it's not kind of the main flow of the verse, right? Alright, let me put my clap on. See, now the second clap is supposed to hit there, but because of the bass line. It doesn't, so it kind of adds a little bit more of like a pausey feel to it, you know, so the rapper can do his thing over there, the artist or whatever. So my second clap was supposed to hit there, it doesn't hit there. And my kicks kind of jam the whole thing up there, bam, 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 clap, 2 kicks, and followed by 3 kicks, 1 kick just to finish it off. And I've got a clap that's not supposed to be there, well technically not supposed to be there, but it's there because of the way I wanted it to sound. See, so it just gives it a bit of a drop. It's got that little bit of a drop feel to it. If it wasn't there, it would kind of be plain. Then my actual clap that's supposed to hit there hits there, then obviously my crashes and whatnot. Alright, yeah, so that's what it sounds like. This is the other part of the verse. I'll go ahead and paste this in. Let's just make that like that for you guys. And I'll paste my claps and my snares. This is the main part of the verse, kind of how the verse will sound, the main part of it, how it will sound. And this is what it will sound like. So this is what the main verse sounds like. Yeah, the main verse. These are the drums for it. I can't really show you how I did it now because I've already piano rolled it, so but you'll hear how it sounds. Got the claps going on each fourth note or something. Got my snare going. So yeah, that's basically the beat. That's everything. Obviously I'll lay it all out. I'll come here. If you guys are familiar, I don't know if you guys are familiar. For the guys that aren't familiar with Fruity Loops, once you've got all your patterns laid out here, you can go here and lay your track out. So obviously you'll make sure it's on song, the green one there. Then that's what it will sound like. You can go for your So that is basically the beat, people. Obviously, like I said, you just lay it out here. If you're new to Fruity Loops, you'll separate all your patterns. The more you separate it, the more control you have over it. I'll give you an example. Alright, if I just want my snares to play, they're on my 4th channel, as you can see it's highlighted there. So if I just want them to play, then I'll put it in that pattern with my kicks. And that's it, people. Hope you enjoyed it. Terra makes hits. Keep tuned to the channel, subscribe, and there will be more videos. Like I said, this is one of the few, or maybe the first and last, I'll make in Fruity Loops. Fruity Loops, showing you guys how to make beats. For the full beat, it will be up later on today. The link will be in the description, so check out that link.